Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm the Serious Strategy Gamer, and we are playing Hearts of Iron 4 as the Empire of Japan. We've been very successful in the last episodes with the US surrendering. I've played quite a little bit ahead, so about 2 years now, because we will need to invade the United Kingdom, and that's a very daunting task, where we are going to need to do some things in between. I have conquered Japan, I have conquered Ireland, just so that we do have a basis for that over here. And it's going to take a while. We are not quite ready to do that yet, but we have just landed at Cyprus, and that has flushed out the remaining American and British forces over here. So that is something that I wanted to show you. So we have two battles over here at this very moment. One on the left against an unknown fleet yet, which includes 5 battleships, 4 heavy, 4 carriers, 20 light cruisers, and more importantly, here on the left, 24 light cruisers of ours against 41 screen ships, 7 battleships and battle cruisers, 1 heavy cruiser, and 2 carrier fleets from the British. So that I think is very interesting, and that is a battle that I did want to go into, and then we're going to talk a little bit about the state of play. So let's resume the game and see what's going on over here. So the battle's starting at 13 hours. At 14 hours we have sent the first destroyer, the HMS Harvester, down to the bottom of the sea. We've received quite a bit of return damage, but you can see that most of the damage that we are receiving is from light guns. Just at this very moment I do have a very interesting debate on the Paradox forums about that. Right, other than that we are seeing some damage to anyone else? No, just to that one ship really. So at 15 hours things are going well, with 3 more destroyers going down, quite a couple of light cruisers and such receiving damage. On our side we are also receiving damage, but nothing too big so far. So let's go ahead to 16 hours here. A couple of more destroyers from our side are trying to join the fight. We have now by now sunk 12 light cruisers. One of them light cruisers or destroyers. One of them by torpedoes it appears. And all of these light cruisers actually by torpedoes. We have not done any damage though to any of these other capital ships. So again, I'm really not that sure whether the system works out as intended over there. It is getting night, so all of the hit chances are reduced, and we should see quite a bit less damage now. Yes, that is roughly what we're seeing. Some critical hits, so the Ahagi is damaged. That's alright. Let's accelerate a little bit over here. 19 ships now sunk, 20, there we go. Yeah, but no damage on any capital ships for now. 75% screening chance, and the HMS Furious is trying to withdraw. We are seeing that quite a couple of our ships are now trying to join the fight, including a couple of battle cruisers and such, and they will arrive in 2 hours. So there we go, there they are. But before they even arrive, we did see the HMS Warspite go down, so battle cruiser of the Brits going down. 25 light ships being sunk so far. They still have an enormous amount of destroyers that is still floating. But you can also see that HMS Rodney received a torpedo hit that was quite a kind of critical. Other than that though, no big damage yet. But here we are with Imuka, Ibuki, and Tsukuba, yeah. And a couple of heavy cruisers, so that should quickly finish off these guys over here. And we do see that Nelson and Rodney go down mostly by torpedo damage, really only by torpedo damage. So still these guys are being sunk, even though we do have a presence of battleships. We do see that our torpedoes are still doing quite the bulk of the damage, I would say. There we go, so now all of the light ships have been sunk. That does leave these battleships and battle cruisers in a very precarious situation. And HMS Renown goes down. This one has received some heavy damage, some damage from heavy guns, but not that much. Heavy guns, yeah, you can see it rarely makes up any significant damage. And I do think that these carriers will go down very quickly as well, and indeed they do. So, perfect battle over here, no losses on our side, so that's obviously fantastic. Let's take a look at the ships. Briefly at the Kido Butai, I don't think you have taken any damage or anything like that, so that's fine. But I think it probably was the first heavy scout force. Yes, Ibuku has received some damage, as did Tsubaka. And some of the light cruisers, so you know what, that's fine. Let's send off these guys to repair somewhere, and that should be okay. Good. Other than that, I do believe that our torpedo cruisers here have done a fantastic job, even though they are in dire need of repairs. But that should be dealt with fairly quickly. Yeah, so it was 2 light cruiser fleets that did arrive over here. Let's have a look at the summary over here on the naval tab. The Battle of Nicosia, where we can have a look at the heavy ships, and they were being sunk by light cruiser, light cruiser, light cruiser, light cruiser, light cruiser, and light cruiser, and was sunk by light cruiser. Yeah, so all of the heavy capital losses were actually down to our light cruisers and our torpedo cruisers. So that is very fantastic. Unsigned divisions, really. Oh yeah, okay, these guys. We can wait for them. Right, so that's good. Over here on the United Kingdom front, let's have a look at the air tab, because there's excuse me, a lot going on in the air. You can see that over the last couple of days, we've shot down about 200 airplanes. We've lost 21 in southern England, in northern England, and the ratio is somewhat the same ratio, but overall 800 planes lost. 200 down here for the Brits and Americans, so that's pretty fantastic for us. Nothing much happening in Scotland. A little bit happening over the western approaches, with us losing 11 fighters, but curiously, that's a little bit curious, but well, 5 of them were due to accidents. And the enemy lost mostly support planes, which I think is fine. There are some guys over here, but we haven't really engaged them. And we are using our jet fighters now, so no, wait a minute, these guys aren't the normal fighters, but we do have jet fighters down here. So yeah, these are pretty fantastic guys. They have been adjusted quite a bit with new engines, a bit more reliability, with a bit more range, so they're pretty good. We've also upgraded the existing fighters to the degree possible. We're also building some suicide strike craft just for the lords a little bit. And you can see that we are devoting enormous amounts of resources on the production of modern tanks, a little bit on the production of more jet fighters, and on jet tactical bombers. Everything else is being put a little bit to the back burner. We are of course still building quite a lot of torpedoes, torpedo cruisers and normal cruisers, so that should be okay. We can also see on the research tab, we've pretty much researched all of this. Maybe that is waiting. We're also waiting for a couple of mechanized units so that we can build that up. Support companies, that has been mostly finished. Armor, we have indeed finished the research of the heavy tanks, and we are now researching nuclear bombs, so maybe that is going to end the war with the Americans fairly soon, I would hope. But yeah, let's wait a little while down here to see whether there are any further naval engagements. I shouldn't think so, and I do think that Ibiza, can I click on this please? Come on. Okay. So is this, it looks a little bit like it was still American, so let's actually check that out. So I want to take 3 of you guys, let's say 4 of you guys, and we're going to draw a naval invasion from here towards there. Fine, you guys, that's your task. Good. Right, and we can ask the torpedo fleet, I suppose, to also go ahead and check out that area. Good. Presumably we are repairing quite a couple of guys. They increase, but yeah, it doesn't take too long. Mostly in a couple of days or weeks at the very most. So that's great. We've also researched the focus on capital ships, so you should be able to see over on the production side up here the 2 Yamato class heavy battleships, which of course is a whoa. Oh yeah, so I'm transferring troops over there and I'm not really watching the channel. That's okay. So some damage over there. Yeah, more damage over here though in the channel itself. Yeah, we shouldn't still lose too much equipment there, so that's okay. And up over here we have the last remnants of the Americans, mainly to be honest because I forgot about them. Right, we have built up our, that's very interesting to see, we have built up our templates, so our templates do now include modern armor. Even in the infantry division, the reason for that is pretty much the piercing and the armor, but also a little bit the breakthrough. So these are very good divisions now. Same really for the mountain division, so they too now carry some tanks. As do of course the motorized divisions, and they are not even slower for it because these guys have been upgraded in the engine quite a bit. We don't really have cavalry anymore, so we can just as well delete that. We have a template for modern armor, even though we haven't really been producing the mechanized units yet, because I just want to go ahead and start with the production of the latest variant there, so that I think should be okay. Good, we have put some port strikes, I think in southern England, where we are sinking light cruisers, so that's nice to see. Little Rock, convoy. Yeah, so it's nice to see that we are doing some damage here, and we should get notifications about that every now and then. Low supplies in Ireland, is it? Well, let's see what we can do in terms of construction. Let's build up this naval base, and I do think we need a naval base in Western Ireland as well. Not sure whether that's going to be enough, but it's going to be something. So how bad is it? Pretty bad, actually. Okay, so what we need to do is take off the 4th Army. And you are going to go again. Yeah, well, we are going to send you back down here. Even though that's a little stupid. Alright. Too bad. So we will be losing some more equipment due to airstrikes, but I'd rather lose it to airstrikes than attrition over here. And we are shooting down some aircraft, so that's nice to see. Why don't we get enough fighters to really pound them? We are disrupting their bombers to a very large extent, but not enough, I would say. Port strikes, yeah, there goes one. Over here we are a little bit unescorted. Some destroyers lost on the British side. Yeah. Well, at the very least we did get excuse me, we did get rid of that notification. You're coming ashore here, so that's nice to see as well. Oh, by the way, I think our Marines haven't gotten any armor, so now, but we don't have enough army experience, so that's gonna have to wait a while. Speaking of experience, you guys are all good, so that's alright. As are you. And I would like you to repair indeed. Right, more port strikes. Yeah, destroyers sunk. We are shooting down a lot of their aircraft, I have to say. Ooh, even Polish submarines in Bristol. Interesting choice to be there. Yeah, but we should see again just the amount of aircraft being shot down here. It's an 8-to-1 ratio now, but still, I think all in all, we're doing fairly good over here. Of course, we don't have any strategic bombers, which would really be nice to take down the Brits. Specifically, when we do get nukes, we would need that. Right, you're being repaired over here in Nicosia. Is that it? Yeah, it's just gonna take a couple of days. Even in Alexandria. And we have military police, that's nice. And I think we can make use of a little bit more infantry. Let's try to get better organization for our Marines. I think that would be appreciated. Just more aircraft being shot down. There shouldn't be that many more. Because now our guys are again down here, so that's cool. No logistics issues, even not with the modern tanks, so that's nice to see. But some logistics. Still here in Ireland, eh? Well, but that's gonna be alright over time. I think once we finish these harbours, I think we should be better. Yes, indeed, we are in war still. And I think soon we might be able to actually do this. What we might want to do first, of course, is take on this attack over here. A new cruiser hull, also very much appreciated. is there one more? No, there's not. Okay, so yeah, I think then the depth charge mortar, if we do get in Cold War against the Germans, I think it would be very good to counter their submarines. So let's try to research that. Could build up new light cruisers, and we might at the very least say that we are only going to produce one more of the Parser class each. We're going to of course finish the construction as is, but after that we might re-establish them. Okay, you're just going to conquer that, so that's fine. And that means we can get rid of this attack path here. And now we are seeing an American fleet. Very briefly we were in battle there. Now we are in battle. Where are you gonna run? Come on. Okay. And let's make sure that these guys are assigned to appropriate attack plans. So I think half of you, I would like to be on this attack plan. 6 over there. 3. Let's do this for 4. And let's go 6 for Liverpool. And you should be getting up there. And that's gonna be okay. Good. So the Balearic Islands, also one of our islands now. Can we build up a radar station here? I guess we can't. Is that really ours, really? Actually, I think it should be province. Province is occupied by Japan. So, possibility to construct anything? Doesn't look like it. Oh well, too bad. Come on, just sink them. They didn't really show up for battle, do they? Oh well. Spot on enemy navies, that's fine. Resistance to occupation, where? Cyprus. Ooh. That's actually true. So what we might want to do then is go ahead and take the 3 anti-partisan units that we've got here. You're getting a new group. Your job is going to be to garrison this area. And you're going to be part of this down here. Congratulations. We might want to edit this template as well and actually give you military police, which we can't because we don't have nearly enough experience. That's going to be alright. Good. So, shall we attack the UK? It's a brutal, brutal airfight over here. And soon we might do that. Do we wait for any particular research? Well, I mean, this would be good, but honestly, I don't think we need it. So, let's cancel. Well, I would like to sink these guys. Is it? That's it. I mean, it's a little bit weird that they lost 2 submarines. That's good. But it's a little bit weird that they are so consistently able to outrun us here. It's not quite appreciated. Okay, so let's bring up our navy up here towards, let's say, Brest for you guys, and you are going to go to Lorient. Can I just select all? Yes. There we go. And that should be okay. Got a couple of fleets in reserve. I wonder whether we should in fact bring you up to the front lines. But what we might do is we might change the task force composition. Like cruiser fleet, and that to 50-50 layout. Does that automatically apply to everyone? I don't think so. Like cruiser fleet, yes please. So yeah, I do find the task force composition very nice because it saves you a lot on the management of your ships. So these will now automatically reinforce with the appropriate divisions from here. You, my friend, need to train up a little bit. Right. On the other hand, everything here seems to be okay. You need to repair. Yeah. We don't quite have enough normal ships, so we do have a lot of torpedo cruisers, but that too is okay. We would actually also want to say that these torpedo fleets should only be building one more. Good. Convoys. I don't. You know what? I don't really care about this. They lost some swordfish. That's fine then. Gonna take that definitively if we can. This still Cyprus? Yes. Where are you? Okay, you are trying to sink convoys there, which I do appreciate very a lot. But yeah, the issue is the British do have about 300 to 400 units on this little island. So I very much doubt that we're going to break in there, but we might as well try, so I do hope that that is going to be alright. Why don't you train up a little, so that we do get at least a little bit of army experience here. That's not going to work out at all. Alright. We don't have that many people left in our pool. You guys, can you attack please over here? That should go fairly well. Yeah, we are able to pierce them. They are actually able to pierce us, it appears. No. They cannot. So that's good to see. That does mean that we are taking a lot less damage from them compared to their damage that they are taking. Right. Ooh, there's a combat up here. In the Scottish Highlands. Interesting. No template. Improved anti-tank. Oh, yeah, true. We're not actually using that anymore, so we might as well drop it. Right, so this is a little bit of a short episode. I did want to show you this battle down here. I think very soon we will be landing in the UK, and that's probably going to be on the stream again, probably in early 1948. And then we're going to see whether anything comes out of that. But until then, thank you very much for watching, guys. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.